made shots, and of course sometimes that could be fool's gold. But I thought it really kind of put Mississippi State on the defensive. But at the same time, they were attacking us. I thought our defense was not nearly as effective as it was in the second half. But it was a tale of two halves, and we're fortunate to finish out with a win. The time ran out. They were charging back, and that's a tribute to I think Rick Ray. I mean, those kids would never ever quit. We got there. Gavin got in foul trouble. I'm sure that had a big effect on the game, as well as we did a good job on Sword. I thought we did a good job. But they had some other guys that stepped up and played well for them. But Antoine Bell, a guy that's not been playing, he was big for us today. They went to that zone. We were selling in the first half, but he was one of the reasons why we had to lead at halftime, knocking down shots. In the second half, we did a much better job of attacking and getting to the free throw line. We shot 4 free throws in the first half. That's unheard of for a team, such as ours, because we're an attacking team. But in the second half, we did a much better job of getting to the free throw line.
What do you think was the difference for Antoine? Because he'd only scored like 4 points the last 7 games.
Just getting out on the floor and getting comfortable. We got him out there, and he's been practicing well. So it was one of those games where he took his practice to the game.
You haven't won down here in 14 years. And not you, but Arkansas has not won down here in 14 years. I know you'd only had one of those losses as a head coach. But just talk about we're breaking through, stopping that losing streak.
At this time of the year, it's good to get a win. Anyway, I don't care where you go. So this is a different year, different team. I always say that. Different year, different team. And I thought our guys came in with confidence. I think with what is taking place for us on the road, we play some games and we play well. And so I think that confidence continues to breed in our basketball team. We've been almost at Missouri. We got one at Banner. We got over the hump. And no pun intended. So now we play here and we get a win at the hump. So so maybe it's this team is, like I said, is trending in the right direction because our bench played real well. I mean, if you look out when we took that lead, I think we may have had one starter, and that was Kai Madden. You had Antoine Bell out there. You had Moses Kinsley in the second half. You had Alandis Harris out there. And the fourth one is Mardrake's Wade. And I thought their defense was stifling out there, created a lot of turnovers. Mississippi State did a good job of taking care of the ball in the first half. I think they had like 6 turnovers, and they ended up with 16. So that means our defense was much more effective. The wear and tear did take place in this game.
Can you assess your defense a little bit today, especially just the way you were able to press Mississippi State?
Well, we did it different ways. A lot of times it's all out. We're picking up man to man. In the second half of this game here, I thought our defense, 2-2-1, I thought it kind of kept them off guard. Not only kept them off guard, but it kept them out of the lane. They do a good job. That's what they do. They attack and get to the basket and get to the free throw line. But I thought in the second half we did a much better job of containing them and protecting the basket.
What did you think of sorry, can you talk about just how your offense just kind of felt like you could get down the floor on them and beat them down the floor? I know that's your style, that's your pace, but even when you were taking that out on your own net, it seemed like you were beating them down the floor for another basket.
That's what we do. We're going to attack. We play attack basketball, so make miss. We're going to push the basketball, and that's just part of who we are, and we're getting better at it.
Cody had some struggles on offense. What did you think about his day with 9 rebounds, 7 assists?
I mean, you think about it. This guy scores, and he has some shots that he don't hit. I mean, this guy gets almost a triple-double. He has 7 assists. That's what I'm more impressed with. He had some early turnovers in the first half, but he picked up those 2 fouls he normally gets. Got some big rebounds going down the stretch. So the senior, and I always talk about his leadership, and it's a quiet leadership, but I think it's really, really important. Even as Mississippi State made the run on us, he was the guy that, hey, calm down, guys, we're going to be okay. He's huge for this basketball team. You look at the seniors that played well for us, I think you can see their impact in this game. Mardrake's Wade, I thought he had a big impact in this game. So the seniors that I think are really starting to understand the sense of urgency. I mean, it's winding down. They got 4 games left, and they're playing like it.
Yeah, Mississippi State had that 9-0 run that cut 15-6, and then Qualls hit a shot. Just talk about how big that shot was, maybe talk about Qualls' game overall.
Well, you got to have guys make plays. That's the key. You got to, when you're playing and teams are coming at you, you got to stop the bleeding. And that was one of those shots that kind of stopped the bleeding. We missed so many that eventually somebody's going to hit one. So he stepped up and made it and knocked the shot down. Early on, he made some shots early on. I thought he played well. Going down the stretch there, he had a couple of mishaps. We came out of timeout and we shot up a quick shot. We wanted to get some attacking to the basket. Then I think we turned it over, which enabled them to continue to get momentum. But I think, you know, he made up for it on the defensive end. So, good team win.
Moses, if okay, he had that steal and then he like flew in for the dunk. What did you think of that?
Oh, I was very impressed. I was happy for Moses because Moses, you know, he had probably about 20 of his friends and close friends and people that are dear to him here in attendance. And so he went to school here in Mississippi. So it was good for him. It was good when a guy can come out and play well. I thought he did a great job of protecting the rim back there. And that's pretty impressive for a big guy to deflect the pass and kind of skimming the sideline there and finish it with a nice dunk.
Corey didn't play today. Was that just part of the rotation? Was he hurt or anything like that?
No, he just didn't play. We had some guys that were playing well.
Can you talk about your impressions on Rick Wright and the Mississippi State basketball team?
Say it again now.
Can you talk about your impressions on Rick Wright and his basketball team?
Well, you know, Rick and I was in the same position coming in. You know, it's a matter of getting, you know, good players in and getting guys that fit what you want to do, changing the culture. I think he's got these kids playing hard. I think they're believing, and I'm sure, you know, recruiting is the lifeblood of any program. And with the staff he has and the type of guy Rick, he's going to get the players. And so it's timing. It's the timing. And if you look at some of the games he's played, his teams have been in it, and they're shorthanded. And that's why we took advantage of it. I mean, they're going to play 7, 8 guys. That's, you know, against us. That's we feel like we got a very deep team, and we test people with that. But I think Rick is doing a tremendous job. You know, you kind of work with what you got till you get what you want.
Bobby was pretty active. He had 3 blocks, 13 points, 7 boards. What do you think of Bobby's game?
Again, I thought it was a good team win. I thought he came and brought it. Brought great energy starting off. Hit a couple of big shots for us, and I thought in the second half he started protecting the basket a little bit. Not bad for a freshman.
What was the last question? I guess explanation from the officials after the Colin Borger flagrant and then I.J. Reddy, which didn't turn out to be a flagrant.
Well, after the one they called, they said, you know, you get 2 shots, it was a dead ball technical. We fouled, and then I guess the elbow came. The second one that took place. They said play on.
Thanks, everybody.
I was just curious, it's not up to me, but you didn't wear a tie in Vanderbilt, you don't wear a tie today, and you guys get wins on the road, no tie at Kentucky next week, maybe?
You might be on to something. I had the tennis shoes working today, so. But like that.